everybody, this is Jason Pegler here, owner of Chipmunkapublishing, and welcome to the How to Be a Successful Author home study course. You really have to be Superman to be a successful author. Being a successful author is all about having the right mindset. I'm going to stress this many times to you. It's up to you to take the massive action to make it happen and implement it. If you want to be a successful author, you have to write books that are relevant to your marketplace. You have to give great value to people and benefits, and you want to position yourself to make a real difference in the world, whatever your niche is. But the most important thing of all is you have to have a positive mindset. It's absolutely essential, and that's something that you grow absolutely every single day. So how do you have a successful mindset? Well, you really do have to look at your whole life. You have to evaluate your whole life and aim to improve every single day. Get rid of your blame list and really work on personal development. Work on improving yourself, work on improving your relationships, work on improving your health and fitness. Exercise at least 4 hours a week, at least 7 or 8 hours a week. If you're watching television 25, 30 hours a week, then chop half of that into reading personal development, marketing, information on how to promote yourself, Internet of Things, how to promote your brand. It really is an education. And if you look at the most successful people in history, how have they got to where they've got to? More often than not, it's because they've got an incredible work ethic and they act as though they've already made it. So instead of thinking, tomorrow I'll get round to do that, that's not how the really successful people on earth throughout history or today think or ever have thought. They are totally committed to improving themselves every single day. And if you want to be a successful author, that's a reality. That's what you have to do. So you really have to push yourself. It's not about writing a book and expecting the whole world to love it, assuming it's going to be a bestseller, and assuming that because you've written it, the whole world will buy it. Or it's not about the fact that you've written a book and you've got it published and then your publisher will sell it to the world. Most publishers don't know how to sell anything. They haven't got a clue. And what do they do with books? They put them in bookshops, and 40% of people don't actually buy books in bookshops. They buy them online, or they buy them through direct mail or whatever. So, and in other places. So you really do have to push yourself, okay? Really got to push yourself. How can you do that to become a successful author? Okay, well, obviously you have to be committed to taking action. So I think the best way for you to start is, there's many ways that you can do this, but the best way you can start is wake up in the morning with a smile on your face, okay? And set your strategy for your goals either the night before you go to sleep, what you're going to do the next day, or when you wake up. So, how do I set my goals, you may ask? Well, what I would recommend is writing your goals in the present tense and writing 5 or 10 goals every day, and write your goals as though they're in the present tense. And if it's a goal that you're not going to finish that day, then give a date each day when you're going to write it by. Have your goals on you and your to-do list on you as well. I suggest the best place to do this is your mobile phone. I'm constantly on my mobile phone, going through my notes, going through my goals every day. I would say I spend an hour and a half a day redoing my goals and taking action on my phone and using different technologies on my phone, whether it's Skype, internet, but mainly goal setting is what I do on my phone and take action, and then give instructions to people through Skype. So it's so important for you to. So let's say that you're going to write another book. Well, I'm going to write a book by. Give it a date, a specific date. I'm finishing my book by the 31st of December, and then give it a year. That will help you focus. By writing your goals down, you're going to be 100% more committed to doing them. Also, tell other people about your goals so you become more accountable for delivering them. This is really important as well. Surround yourself by mentors in life. Now, this can be very, very difficult for some people if you're, if you're quite alone, socially excluded or whatever. You can be mentored by a book. Tony Robbins was one of my biggest mentors several years before I met him. And that had a great impact on me. I've read probably about 900 or 1,000 personal development books over the last 15 years. The list is endless. You have to do the same. Get yourself into positive thinking. Avoid watching the news all of the time and being surrounded by misery. You really have. It's okay. It's great doing things for charity and things like that. If you want to spend some of your time doing that, then that's absolutely perfect. But say, look, I'm going to spend 10% of my time focusing on helping the world, making the world a better place, and then 90% of the time living the life that I want to lead. Really living the life that I want to lead for the rest of my life, achieving the life of my dreams. Now, you might be thinking, this is all how to be a successful author home study course. It's not. You can't just write a book and then it's going to sell millions. I'll give you strategies for that later. For example, a really good strategy is most people will write a book without even thinking about the market. A great way of thinking about the market is imagine writing a website first. Imagine you're writing a lead page first for a product, and so imagine you're writing a promotion for your book first, okay? And it's on some kind of website, an information website where people can just buy, or they can ask for more information about it. If you're offering a free report or something like that, so I'm writing an autobiography on, let's say I'm writing a book on overcoming bipolar disorder. Okay, so what do I think about? Well, I have to think about what type of people is this aimed for? Well, it's aimed for people who are bipolar and they want to do something about it. They want to improve the way that they manage it, or they want to even go further and not just manage it but conquer it once and for all. They want to live a better life through it. And so when I wrote the booklet, 16 must-know techniques to conquer your bipolar, I went through a real process of thinking of all the pain and pleasure points that someone would be able to identify with, so it would touch people, and how they would connect with it. And also I thought extremely hard about what value could I give the people reading this, everything in my mind, what have I learned since 1992, what have I learned since 1992 in managing my bipolar, so that I can help another person who I never meet, or who, if I meet them and can help them as well, that's great as well. But how can I reach out and help someone I don't even know? So you stop thinking about you and your own, stop thinking about you and your own soliloquy, okay? This isn't Hamlet. Think about the way that you can impact on the world. Really think about the way that you can impact on the world. That's fine, and you can make a difference and all these things, but think about how you can make someone else's life better. And if you keep refocusing and think like that, then you're going to be more successful as well, because you're going to be writing something that's relevant. You're going to be writing something that's absolutely relevant, and that will get you more recognition, more noticed, and make you more relevant, not as an author just for 5 minutes, but on an ongoing basis. Because if you're writing something that's serious about mental health or whatever it is, self-harm, anorexia, body dysmorphic disorder, abuse, OCD, depression, autism, Asperger's syndrome, caring for somebody, working in mental illness, fitness, nutrition, health, psychiatry, psychology, NLP, whatever it is, whatever you're writing about, you have to have an absolute conviction that you can do something about it. You have to have an absolute conviction that you can do something about it and make a difference. But you have to give really, really good value to the person, the people you're thinking about. And think about this as well in your public relations as well. So when you're contacting people to say you want to tell them about your book, you want them to buy your book, you want them to book you for speaking, you want them to pay you to write freelance articles, you're trying to promote your own seminars, your own membership website, or get more traffic for your website to help your business as a social entrepreneur, whatever it is, whatever you're doing, think about how you can help the other person and make it a win-win strategy, okay? It's really, really important to make it a win-win strategy. So, how to be a successful author. It's not just about, I've written a book, I wanted to sell. You've got to get out of that mindset if you're thinking that. You've really, really have got to get out of that mindset if you're thinking that. What you need to think is, you have to get the mentality right, and you have to make the commitment that you're going to be one of the people that stays in for the long haul, so that you go for it 100% and you're totally committed to being a successful author. So in your goals, you should be writing down, I am a successful author. You can write it down as, you can do incantations as well. So difference between a goal and an incantation, okay? Now if you write down, I am a successful author, that's more like an incantation, because you can say to yourself, you can go in front of the mirror and say, I'm a successful author, I'm a successful author, and that might make you feel good and it might do something. But unless you take any action in doing it, it's actually not going to achieve anything whatsoever. So if you write in your goals, I am a successful author by the end of December and the year, whatever it is, then you're giving yourself a timeline, a kind of relevance. You're turning an incantation into a goal. Now, I do both, so I switch between writing 5, 10 or 20 goals a day. Sometimes I even write 60 if I feel like it. But I'm always doing it. And incantations I go in and out of, but I was very heavily in incantations for quite a few years, and this is an exercise you might like to try. So I would wake up in the morning, and the first thing I would do would run in the bathroom and look at the mirror, and I would force myself to smile for 5 minutes, okay? So I'd force myself to smile. Really, really would force myself to smile. And after a few seconds, you begin to smile naturally, and you become elated and very, very happy. And then I would do some power moves. So I would do, to get myself in a peak state, so I would do 10 karate kicks quite vigorously, and then I would read out my incantations, so I would memorize them. And examples of ones I used were I am the greatest, I am making the world a better place, and I'm improving the way the world thinks about mental health. I am happy, I love my family, I have great relationships, all these kinds of things. So I recommend both strategies, but it's not as though you can just write some goals down and then you're going to become successful. There's so many. The great thing about personal development is it's never ending, so you can build yourself up every single day, and it's fantastic. You can just keep growing as a person every single day. That's what you need to do to become a successful author. What else do you need to become a successful author? Okay, well, you need to have a strategy and you need to implement it, but you need to be flexible. It's not as though you write down your strategy and that's it, you stick to it. If something's not working, then don't do it. But you need to understand why it hasn't worked, because if you're able to test what you did and actually think about it, then you can see how you could improve it next time. But just make one change, don't make several changes. I'll be giving you some very, very specific strategies on how to be a successful author. So that will be how you can sell more books, how you can get global publicity, how you can position yourself as a worldwide expert in your particular niche, even how to write a book that is relevant, how to write a home study course that is relevant, how to write different products that are relevant as well, and in multimedia formats and all these kinds of things. But the most important thing that you have to do is you have to be totally committed to making these things happen. You have to see the glass not as half full or half empty, as completely full, and you have to just keep pushing yourself every day. And by doing that and taking action, you get momentum, and you take advantage of the superconscious mind. Your unconscious and subconscious mind start working for you. It makes a huge difference. So you really need to commit to changing every aspect in your life that isn't working. Now, if you're in negative relationships that aren't working and you know they're no good for you, so if you're going out and getting drunk every night, that's not going to help, is it? So stop it, okay? If you're drinking cups of coffee at midnight, please stop it. How's that helping your sleep? You sleep 7 hours a night, really try and get your sleep down. Stop having caffeine after midday. Cut down the alcohol, eat healthier, don't overeat, exercise more. Find the happiness in the world instead of being the victim of the world's depressing television and news. Make your own news. Be one of the people who makes their own news and lives their own life and doesn't live life through other people. Have mentors. That's absolutely really important. Positive role models, and mirror them. Look at their models, how they've been successful, and use their strategies as well. And then develop your own way of implementing the strategies that are right for you, and then go and test them. And every time you look, don't overwhelm yourself with information, okay? You need to make sure that you have a balance. So you can have different mentors through reading books or even seminars or things like that, or even marketing. But what I would say is, really focus on one strategy at a time, rather than having a million different strategies going on. So implement one strategy, and you can adapt that strategy by tweaking it, and it is a constant tweaking process. Well, I've been using automated marketing software for quite a while now, and it's very complicated, and there's kind of nothing automated about it really, because you always have to tweak it and test it and see what's working and what isn't working and look to try and improve it. So this is, those of you who are listening now really intently and take action on what I'm saying will be the most successful authors. There's absolutely no doubt about it. You can write a really interesting book and it can do one or two things through word of mouth if people like it and things like that, but by taking action and really promoting yourself in the right way and coming up with strategies where other people promote you for free and enjoy doing it, and you even get paid for other people promoting you for free. All these strategies I'm going to share with you throughout this home study course. Just want you to think for a minute. How successful do you want to be as well? You might have daydreamed about being a best-selling author. What does a best-selling author mean to you? What are your standards? What is your level that you want to get out? Write down exactly how successful you want to be. Okay, I'll give you a minute to do that now. Okay, if you haven't done that, then please stop. Stop me now, put me on pause, stop me now, and write it down exactly how successful you want to be. Excellent, thank you very much for doing that. So you've made a commitment there, you've written something down that how successful you want to be. Now, what I want you to do is write down 10 different things that you're going to do from today, 10 different things you're going to do differently in your life to make yourself have the mindset to be the successful author that you want to be. Okay, so 10 things. So I'll give you an example of 10 things. So it could be, I'm going to go down the gym 4 times a week. I'm going to surround myself by positive people. I am reading 2 hours a night on personal development information. I'm researching the world's greatest marketeers. I'm going to set up a new lead page. I'm going to do my incantations every day. I'm setting goals every night before I go to bed. I'm going to get in touch with somebody who inspired me that I met last month. I'm going to invite a famous person to send a tweet about what I'm doing, and I'm going to make the world a better place. See, one thing that's really important just before you write the 10 down for yourself is whatever you write down must be aligned with your conscience, your values, your purpose in life, okay? So, here we go. Write your 10 down now. And stop me. Excellent. So have you got your 10 amazing things that you're going to do today? to get yourself in the mindset of a successful author? If you have, that's absolutely fantastic. If not, please take this seriously and stop whatever you're doing. Stop me. And do not continue with the course until that you've written these 10 things down and you've made a commitment to yourself. Okay. Now, as frustrating as it is, I want you to tell 5 people about the 10 decisions that you've made. Now, face-to-face is better, but it can be on the phone, it can be through email, it can even be on Facebook or Twitter. Okay, tell 5 people of the 10 decisions you've made and how you're going to commit to them. Okay, and please stop the course until you've done that, and then carry on. Okay. Congratulations. You are on your way to becoming a successful author. I think you really should congratulate yourself now. So what would be really good is just give yourself a round of applause. Yes. Say yes 5 times. Yes. 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 Say, I love the world 5 times. I love the world. 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 Say, I'm going to be a successful author. 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 Then say, I am a successful author. 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 Then I want you to write down in your goals the date that you are going to be a successful author by. Okay, have you written down the date? Do you want to stop me there until you've written down the date? Excellent. Now start again and congratulate yourself. And just say, yippee! Yippee! That's the end of part 1.